How you doing today? My name is Randall Avery, owner of RSA Deasil Advisors, the wealth management firm serving clients in the Atlanta metro area and across the United States. Today we're going to talk about what happens if you become unemployed.
So what is Wealth Match? Tools and advice that can help you maximize your wealth. She's getting paid for what she knows and not what she does.
To work less and play more.
To maximize the wealth for my clients.
Your retirement plan.
Teach me something, Uncle Money.
There's going to be a time in most of our lives where we'll hear somebody say to us, "You've been fired." Or they'll come to us, an employer, they'll say, "Your services are no longer needed." It's gut-wrenching. It hurts. But what should we do when this happens? Today we're going to talk about the 7 steps I recommend that you take if you find yourself at a loss of income or you find yourself unemployed. My first recommendation if you find yourself with a loss of income or find yourself unemployed is to try to apply for unemployment. It might not be a lot of money, and it just might be just enough to give yourself groceries for the month, but every little bit counts. And I recommend you do this first. Why? Mostly because most states, when you apply is the time that they will count towards paying you money. So you apply 1 month and it may take 2 months for you to get approved, but they will backdate it to your initial application. That's why it's so important that you apply early. There's a link below to how to apply within the state of Georgia for unemployment. The second step that I recommend is take 48 hours to really decompress and understand, number one, why you became unemployed and what you can do differently going forward so this never happens again. There's a lot of things that you need to think about. The number one thing I want clients to know is that you do not want to take your baggage from a previous job into your new opportunity. You want to start fresh with a fresh mind and become energized. This may be also a good time for you to think about how you manage your money. Maybe you need to be more conservative, save up a little bit more because the job market is a little bit more volatile for your industry. But take 48 hours, that's 2 days to really sit back, decompress, and understand why you found yourself in the situation that you did. You'll be happy that you took that time. The third thing is understand your liquid asset position. So what does that mean? Understand what money you can use to fund your time period where you are not receiving income. When you receive income, you usually live off that income. But when income is completely tapped out, all you have to live on is your savings. And you need to understand where those accounts are, how much is in those accounts, and timing. Timing is so important. How long does it take to move from a CD to a savings or checking account? How long does it take to sell an investment and transfer that into your account? And even worst case scenario, how long will it take for you to sell some of your retirement accounts and then transfer into those accounts? These are things that you need to understand. After you know where your assets are, how much is there, that will give you understanding how much runway, how much time until you run out of money. This should dictate how you job search and how intense and where you need to compromise when finding new sources of income. The fourth thing is understand your monthly essential expenses. We can't expect to live the same lifestyle we lived when we were employed as in when we were unemployed. So the first thing you need to understand is what are all your obligations? Then back out your lifestyle obligations or things that you don't need to spend on while you're unemployed. But you have to increase your expenses because you have to think about job hunting, networking lunches, buying a brand new suit, all the little things that you need to do to job hunt or obtain the job that is perfect for you. So understanding your monthly expenses, and then go back to step number 3 and compare that to how much liquid assets you have. This will tell you how long you have to job hunt or before you become non-liquid. And hopefully it'll give you a peace of mind to understand, hey, I have this, things are gonna be okay and I can move forward. The 5th step that I recommend is update your LinkedIn profile and your resume. A lot of employers are looking for employees on LinkedIn, and your resume, when they ask for it, has to be top notch. What I find most often is if you've been employed for an employer for more than 5 years, what employers are looking for in the market may change. And you may have those skill sets, but if those aren't shown on your LinkedIn profile, on your resume, you may be passed up on a perfect job opportunity. So one of the things I highly recommend is update your LinkedIn profile and your resume and have that on hand. That way, when your employer asks for your resume, asks for your credentials, you know the exact thing to say and have listed on all your profiles so you can get the job. The sixth thing that I recommend is reach out to old colleagues and recruiters. Let's first talk about old colleagues. We know that most jobs that are posted are usually already accounted for. That's because people place higher stock on people internally recommending somebody than finding a stranger off the street. So make sure during this time that you're unemployed that you're reaching out to former colleagues and saying, hey, this is me, I'm looking for a job, and let's really talk and network. You'll be surprised what access different individuals have to find the perfect opportunity for you. And also recruiters. A lot of companies do not keep an internal staffing firm, okay? What that really means is a lot of times they outsource it to recruiters to do a lot of heavy lifting for finding candidates. Making sure that you are close to a recruiter, make sure they know your story, they believe in you, you've invested time with them over time is so important. So make sure you reach out to colleagues, but also reach out to recruiters and start a relationship. This will make sure that they will find a job for you and that they're looking out for your best interest. The seventh thing that I recommend for clients is create a shopping list of companies you want to work for. Whether that's you want to work for a large Fortune 500 company, or maybe you're more comfortable in a mom and pop shop. Really think about the type of environment that you need to be in so that you can perform your best, so that you can be fulfilled in your job is so important. Once you've identified these companies, put these on the list and regularly check these companies' websites, network with individuals within that company, and to make sure that when an opportunity has popped up, you're one of the people that I think of first when it comes to different opportunities. So create a list, check it twice, and make sure that you are in line for the next job opportunity. The eighth and final step when it comes to being unemployment or have a temporary loss of income is apply, and interview. You need to apply for as many jobs as possible that meet your criteria. I tell my clients all the time, you do not want the dream job, the job that you've always wanted to be your first interview you've been on in the past 3 to 5 years. You want to be comfortable, you want to be confident, and the only way that you can do that is if you apply and know that other people want your skill set and have been interviewed and questioned and are comfortable describing yourself. What do you like? What do you dislike? It helps the process when you have experience and have done this enough. And if you feel like applying and job hunting becomes a number game, that means you're doing it right. That means that you are putting yourself in front of enough employers that if somebody is looking for your type of skill set, somebody with your talent and capabilities, that they will be more likely able to find you. I hope you enjoy listening to the 8 steps of what you should do if you have a temporary loss of income or find yourself unemployed. These steps are so critical to make sure not only that you get a job, but you find that dream job, that job that you want that is suited to your skill sets and capability. If you like videos like this, please click the like button. If you want to hear more from me or you want to reach out to me for more questions about what should I do when I become unemployed, please reach out with the contact information below. And as always, do what you love and love what you do.
The more I know, the more money I can make.